Hi, everyone. We're all getting in the mood, getting in the mode for Pesach. It will be a real delight to have a real Yontif, a full-fledged Yontif. We'll look a little bit different, perhaps not as bleak as last year, but we will be able to celebrate. However, with whomever, some by ourselves, we'll all be together, certainly in spirit. I want to share with you an idea, and of course, there will be many more opportunities besides last night's program, but other opportunities to talk about Pesach Torah. And just a little plug for those of you who have not signed up yet, we've had several episodes of our WhatsApp group talking about the section of the Pesach Seder for Magid. So if you're interested in being added to that WhatsApp group that I am overseeing, please let me know. I want to share with you a comparison of Sukkot and Pesach. Tesvav, Tesvav. The Gemara tells us there's so many similarities. Both are on the 15th of the month. And more than that, they have similarities with regards to eating. You're supposed to eat in the Sukkah. You have to eat on Pesach, of course. Eating is not a habit that is unfamiliar to us. The 7-day holidays. Again, the 15th of Tishrei, the 15th of Nisan. There are some who say that a person should make sure to conclude their Sukkah meal by midnight, to have it by midnight. Afikomen should be done by midnight. Of course, also, the meal for Sukkot, it's a mitzvah meal, mitzvah to eat in the Sukkah. That should be done with an appetite, a robust appetite. Make sure that we are in the mood for fulfilling the mitzvah, for eating, etc. And the same is true on Pesach, to have an appetite for our meal, for our matzah. So there are many similarities along these lines. And there are also some discrepancies. Perhaps with the discrepancies, we can see what the distinction is. So first discrepancy is obvious, right? They're both there to talk about the Exodus or Yetzias Mitzrayim on some level, but you have one holiday takes place in Nisan, another holiday takes place in Tishrei. There's a difference in time. There's a difference in the calendar, 6 months apart. Sukkot ends with Shmini Atzeres. It ends with a distinct holiday at the end of it. Sukkot has a full Hallel as part of its liturgy every single day of the holiday. And you have on Pesach, the last day of Pesach is not of a different nature, but different character. Last day of Pesach has a different Hallel. Only the first days have a full Hallel. So there are these differences. What do these differences tell us about the different themes and concepts of Pesach and Sukkot? And I want to share with you the comments and remarks of my Rabbi Muvhak, by Dr. Rosenzweig. And he says that when we look in the Gemara, we look at the description in the Torah, we see there's a difference in the Musaf, in the services that went on in the Mishkan, in the Beis HaMikdash. There's a difference in the Musaf, as we refer to in our Siddur as well. There's a difference between them. So when you have a difference in the service, so there's a different nature to the day. Our job in this analysis here is to try to pinpoint what that distinction is, what it means. So we have a full Hallel on Sukkot and not on Pesach. After all, there's a different service. And so that corresponds to the fact that one has a full Hallel and one has a half Hallel. And furthermore, when it comes to Pesach, we're told with a defined measured amount that we are meant to consume with regards to the mitzvah, with regards to eating matzah. And when it comes to Sukkot, and this is a great word, using the English language in terms of our vocabulary to describe it. When it comes to Sukkot, it's more amorphous. It's a less defined kind of mitzvah. It's more expansive. And look at the words. If we look at it, we look at Pesach, it says, Be'erev tochlu matzos, the night of Pesach, Supposed to eat matzah. And on Sukkot, we're told, Basukkos Teshvu, it says, Shivas Yom, 7 days you should reside there. Well, what does that mean, reside there? There's a lot of things that make up residence. You sleep in a residence, you eat in a residence, and sure enough, you have those who believe that you should say a bracha before you sit down in the sukkah. The Rambam is a minority opinion. We don't subscribe to that. But he says you should go ahead and you should make a bracha before you even sit in the sukkah. You and I, it's only before we eat in the sukkah. But the idea is, just to drive home the point, there are those who say there are many ways to go ahead and fulfill the mitzvah of teshvu, of residing in the sukkah. So we're beginning to see a little bit of a different theme between Sukkot and Pesach accordingly. Sukkot being something which is less defined. And even if you look at the root of what is a sukkah, there's a debate. Is it referred to the clouds of glory in the desert, or is it actually huts that they used to sit in? And so even the origins, as they're understood, don't seem to be as set or clearly defined. With Pesach, there's no debate. We're having the matzah. We're commemorating the Yetzias Mitzrayim. They don't have this kind of debate. And that's a suggestion as a conduit or as a portal, as a way for us to try to get closer to the answer. So I want to share with you the specific difference that Rav Rosenzweig Shlita was working towards. It says Pesach is the anniversary of Yetzias Mitzrayim. And it's focused on a transformative event that occurred. An event which changed the trajectory of our history and our destiny. And the matzah also, it's very specific. The event is very specific. That anniversary is very specific. And that's our practice. We say a bracha on the mitzvah. We consume the matzah. Sukkot is different. Sukkot, of course, also talks about the Exodus, but it's different. It's about the relationship which was cultivated after the event. It's not about an anniversary. We're taught that the Jewish people are married to the Almighty. We have this. We had Har Sinai. That was our chuppah. And we have this marriage between the Almighty and the Jewish people. And so should a person celebrate the anniversary, or should a person celebrate their marriage every day? Now, of course, as we like to say in America, with regards to all sorts of days, Mother's Day, Father's Day, it would be good to celebrate marriage every single day. But there is something different about the anniversary. And so while Sukkot is the symbol or the celebration, not of a singular event, about a relationship which exists, a national, personal dependence and divine providence, Pesach is the anniversary. Pesach is this day where we remember when, and we relive it, we re-experience it, and it brings back those memories of how miraculous it was to have this union between the Jewish people and the Almighty, and how the Almighty, in a sense, was able to take us, hold on to us, put us in a place where we could be saved from this utter destruction that the Egyptians were trying to bring upon us. And so we look at these similarities, and there are other similarities. Of course, we're celebrating the whole relationship. Sukkot, Pesach, celebrate what took place that started with the emancipation, that started with Yetzias Mitzrayim. And it's relevant to the specific halachos and traditions and practices and customs. But there are differences as well. And it's through those differences that we can understand the essence of each of these major holidays, the week-long holidays, and these major festivals. And they're compared, they're contrasted, and we see this, and we can get ready for it. That Our anniversary is fast approaching. It's on the horizon. It's coming next week. We're getting ready for it. When it comes to major moments, you have to do some planning. You have to plot out what you want the holiday to look like in advance. You have to show how it's important to you, to ourselves as individuals, as we aren't going to walk in without any prior preparation. So this is Pesach. This is our anniversary. So our anniversary is coming. The Jewish people are going to celebrate this anniversary, this singular event, this Yetzias Mitzrayim, these miracles, this courtship culminating in Har Sinai and ultimately entering the land of Israel and living it. And both of these holidays, Sukkot, Pesach, have amazing themes to them. And this hopefully can help us appreciate what we're going to experience with regards to our anniversary, our national anniversary, the holiday of Pesach. Thank you and have a wonderful Shabbos.